Tuesday, July 12th, 2021. I will note that all three election commissioners are present. Commissioners Robinson, Powers, and Borling. The first item on our agenda is approval of the minutes from our meetings on March 31st and April 22nd.
I move for the approval of the minutes of the meeting of April 22nd and March 31st of 2021.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
And there's none opposed. Minutes are approved. The item that brings us together today is the appointment of election inspectors for the August 3rd election. The city itself isn't having an election on August 3rd. What's happening is Portage Public Schools are having a millage question on the ballot, and the Portage school boundary comes up into the city in three of our precincts along the southern border of the city. Precincts 26, which votes at Parkview Hills, precinct 25, which votes at Southern Heights Christian Reformed Church, and precinct 17, which votes at Millwood Methodist Church. And Shelby, what is it, 1,000 voters, 1,100 voters, something like that?
Not quite. It's around 800.
Oh, okay. Around 800.
Between 800 and 900. Yeah.
Okay. So approximately 900 city voters are in the Portage Public School District. And because of that, we have to have the precincts open that day for those voters. And so this is an action that you're used to seeing for elections in terms of appointing election inspectors for those three precincts.
I'll move to approve this schedule of election inspectors for the August 3rd, 2021 election.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And there's none opposed. So that action is taken. The election inspectors are appointed. The final item that we need to take action on is amending our annual meeting schedule to include the public accuracy test for the August 3rd election. This wasn't on our initial calendar because the August election wasn't on our initial calendar. So that will take place a week from this Thursday, right? July 22nd, 9 a.m. at the Records Center. So looking for a motion to amend our regular meeting schedule to add July 22nd.
Before we do that, just to let you know, I want to make sure Scott and Clyde are available. I've got a board review previously scheduled for that day, so I will unfortunately be unable to attend that public accuracy test.
I'll be available.
At this point, my calendar appears to be open for that meeting time and place.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll make the motion on this. I move that we amend our schedule to add our annual meeting schedule, add July 22nd as the public accuracy test for the August 3rd election.
I second that motion.
Okay. Motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And there's none opposed. Discussion items. I don't have a whole lot to share at this point, other than next Tuesday at 4 p.m. is the filing deadline for city commission and mayor candidates for the November election. So July 20th, 4 p.m. We've given out 20 candidate packets, and I don't know the mix because it's the same packet for mayor as for city commissioner. So I don't know what the breakdown is there, how many are circulating petitions for the two offices. But like I said, 20 candidate packets out. And there's a page on the city's website that we have listed the candidates who've successfully filed and will appear on the ballot. So that's coming up next week, that deadline. And right after that, at the end of next week, I think next Friday, there's 3 days after the filing deadline is a withdrawal deadline. So if any candidates decide to withdraw, candidates who successfully filed decide to withdraw, they would have to do so by that date. So kind of what's coming up in the near future for us. The other thing that I'll put out there is we are looking for 5 polling locations, looking for 5 new polling locations. Kalamazoo Public Schools has indicated that for security reasons, they'd like us to find other polling locations, and that's 5 of the facilities that we use are currently in schools. We're actually making pretty decent headway, and I think we have new locations for 3 of those places, and 2 the other 2 polling locations we have new facilities identified. We just have to work out some of the details in terms of the agreements, the use agreements and stuff. So so that is moving along. And good work by Shelby and Amanda, our elections manager, on that. So that's all I have. Are there any citizen comments or public comments at this point?
There are no comments at this time.
Okay. No public comments. Any final comments from the other election commissioners? Nope.
None?
Okay. Well, then we will stand adjourned then.
Thanks.
Thank you.